Well, that sucked. Some guy just cut me off crossing over 3 lanes to get into the left turn lane. Just missed it before I started recording. Jesus. Going 60 miles an hour and a guy wants to swipe through 3 lanes. Anyways, it's a nice day today in Chicago, where we like to corrupt things. For those of you that use e-cigarettes, I do talk about it here and then. The FDA just released their deeming regulations. It's supposed to take into effect 3 months from now, roughly in August. It is a big pile of shit. Some of the things that I did read through, because it's 500 pages long and I have not had the chance to sit down and read a novel. Any e-cigarette hardware product that has been made since after 2007 has to be submitted through a PMTA, which is an application to the FDA, basically for them to review the product and to allow it or not. Each of those applications for each product can cost anywhere from $3 to $20 million. If you make your own e-liquid, or if you make your own e-liquid in your store and you sell it, you now need a tobacco manufacturing license, which is thousands and thousands of dollars. So essentially what's going to happen here is, I would safely say 80% of the stores will close because of this. Don't know how long, but it will happen. Because a lot of stores nowadays make their own juice and sell it on their shelves. So now they need a manufacturing license, and they need to have applications for any hardware they make as well and sell it. Any manufacturers of hardware overseas, say in China, will need to have these submitted to the FDA to be approved for sold in the US, which they are not going to do. So the FDA has given us a big FU up the ass, and we're waiting for lawyers. That we have a couple associations, groups made with lawyers and attorneys and all that fun stuff, going through the 500 pages in detail to actually give us the true raw nature of this bullshit. If you don't think it's going to affect you, it will. It's just a matter of time. Now, why the FDA thinks they should put e-cigarettes as a tobacco product makes no sense at all. They state because it has nicotine, and nicotine comes from tobacco. Well, nicotine also comes from your eggplants, and your tomatoes, and potatoes. Lots of fruits and vegetables actually have nicotine in them. It's just that tobacco is used because it has the highest concentration of nicotine. But they are going to exclude anything that does not have nicotine in it away from that regulation. Also, manufacturers of e-liquid need to have all their samples of all of their flavors and nicotine strengths submitted to the FDA as well to be sold. So if you like Bob's juice from Missouri and he makes it in his house, or he has a little storage unit that's turned into a clean room, I don't care if he has a clean room or not, he has to submit it to the FDA, and he's not going to have the money to do that. So there goes Bob's e-juice from Missouri, and just about anyone else that does it like that. The only ones that are going to stay in the game are tobacco companies and any e-liquid or e-hardware manufacturers that have millions and millions and millions of dollars, which I can probably count all of those on one hand. And that being said, just to give you an idea of how many vape shops there are in Chicago, there's roughly 300 to 400 vape shops just in Chicago. Out of all of those that actually manufacture their liquid, at some point, probably half of them. And they can't sell hardware unless the makers of the hardware submit an application and it gets approved, which will take forever, because there's going to be thousands of applications submitted if people have the money to do it. So you can thank our FDA for fucking us in the ass to stop smoking. I just can't believe that they think they have the right to decide what I want to do with my body, like they've done with everything else. They say it's for the safety of the people in general, but it's bullshit. Because the number one contributor to the FDA for financial reasons is big tobacco and big pharma. They are the biggest people that submit and donate money to the FDA. And I'm not lying. So, enjoy your vape while you can. Things will probably go black market for a while until we find some kind of loophole or reason that this is not constitutionally legal. Until then, vape on, motherfuckers!